Hi, I'm Ron Popeil, and I want to take this opportunity and thank you for purchasing a Ronco electric food dehydrator. I do hope that you promise to tell a friend about our product as I asked you in the TV commercial so we can get some word-of-mouth advertising. I'd like to take this opportunity also and introduce my daughter Shannon, who is going to assist me in showing you how easy the Ronco electric food dehydrator is to use. We're going to show you a lot of different things here today. We're going to show you how the machine works, how to cut up the food, how to make delicious soup mixes. We're going to show you how to make beef jerky, turkey jerky, fruit roll-ups, a lot of different interesting things here today. Thanks for coming into my kitchen, and let's get started right now. The Ronco electric food dehydrator works on a convection airflow process. And as you all know, because you have a machine already, we have our electric heating element in the bottom. Most of you know that heat rises. And when heat rises, it causes, when these vents are wide open, it causes the air from the outside to be sucked in through the bottom of the machine. And it's very, very important that the lid of your machine, whether you're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 trays, be wide open. That way, the moisture can escape from the inside of the machine. Now, you say, well, why even have vents on the top if the vents have to be wide open all the time? Some of your foods don't have a lot of moisture in it, and you want to build up a great deal more heat on the inside. So in that situation, your vents on the top will be slightly closed, and that way there'll be a greater heat buildup in the machine. Since the heating element of the Ronco electric food dehydrator is in the bottom, you'll find that the bottom trays will get done much faster than the top trays. And that's why we have a rotation process, and in every machine there's instructions and tells you how to take the bottom tray, put it to the top, and let's do that so you can't make any mistakes with it, and I'll just go through it right now. If I was drying food in here and after about 12 hours, that's the normal time period that we do the rotation of the trays. On a 5-tray machine, I would take the lid off, take the bottom tray, put it on the bottom, and just do it in reverse just like this. When I've completed that and the food is still in there, after 12 hours, put that back on. Thank you, Shannon. And we're ready to continue the drying process. Most foods take a day to 2 days time to dry, and it's very important to rotate the trays so at the end of the process all the food is evenly dried. Right now we're going to do something, and we're going to talk about the dial-o-matic food slicer that also comes with your purchase of the Ronco 5-tray and the 7-tray machine. The dial-o-matic food slicer has a dial on it that you can regulate any thickness that you like. It also has a safety guard to protect your fingers when you get right down to the bottom. It's very, very important to use this, and I don't recommend your children using this. I recommend if they're going to assist you that they use a plain butter knife or a knife that's not too sharp so they don't cut themselves. A little helpful hint about this particular machine in cutting up your vegetables and fruits, some of your fruits for the food dehydrator, is that we like to use a little helpful hint is to use a little Pam spray. And you don't have to use a spray, you can use any kind of oil, but just a touch of it like that will be sufficient. That'll make the safety guard work very easy, and it just makes it a lot easier to use. Regulate the dial, and we're going to be using this to make some vegetable soup mix in just a moment here. A recipe book comes with every package, and there should be one in your package, and it gives you a lot of great ideas about our product. However, we've just finished, just recently, a very in-depth recipe book that I co-wrote with Ron May. It tells you a lot of great ideas that we've never told our customer before, and I highly recommend it, and it is available through the 800 number that you'll see later on the screen. Let me go on now to how simple it is to use our Ronco electric food dehydrator. The first category we're going to work with today is vegetable soup mixes. Why do we want to do vegetable soup mixes to begin with? Well, first of all, most of you know and have bought in the supermarket these wonderful packaged soup mixes. What's good about them, they don't take up a lot of space. What's bad about them, they're loaded with salt and they're loaded with chemicals. Your doctor will tell you, stay away from salt, especially if you have a high cholesterol problem. I think if you're going to have great soup, you can spice it to your own taste, but you don't always have to use salt to give you that great flavor. We like to make natural vegetable soup mix here, and this is how we do it. I'm going to take and start out by using a little celery over here. Is that okay with you?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. I want you to come in anytime that you like.
Okay.
Okay? Here I have some celery. I could easily cut it with a knife, but I'm just going to take the dialymatic food slicer, and I'm just going to take it and just run it right through just like this.
Look at how good that does.
Now, in the event you're not using the dialymatic food slicer, and you do want to use it, can you get me one of those knives out of there for me, please? Just in case the kids are helping. Thank you. That'll be fine. It doesn't have to be this size. You can cut them in larger chunks if you like, and that'll work just as well. Take your tray, and it's as simple as this. We just take it and just throw the celery right onto the tray.
Couldn't be easier.
Spread it all around. Try to get a nice thin layer. You don't want to pile too much food on top. We try to keep just one layer on the machine. Okay? Let me cut this piece in half over here so it's not sticking up too high, so that the next tray will just fall right on top. If you lift that lid up there, I'll put that, and that'll be our bottom tray. That's all you do with the celery. Now let's take our next vegetable. I went to the supermarket, and you can buy whole carrots and cut them up, or if you like, we buy these bagged carrots. They're already cut in strips. That one has a hole in the bottom, but we're cutting a hole in the top, so it really doesn't make much difference, okay? Now on our next tray, you put them in the tray. In this particular situation, we don't even have any cutting to do. We can just pour those carrots right onto the tray. I think we have enough carrots in there, and just set that tray on top of that one. It's as simple as that. Pretty simple, isn't it, folks? We have some red peppers and bell peppers and green peppers. And this is how I cut my peppers when I'm making my vegetable soup mix. Slicing it, I just go around the core. When I'm finished, I just dump them right on the tray. Here's a little yellow bell pepper. Gives it some nice color.
It also gives it some great flavor. For the soup mix, great flavor.
I haven't tried yellow bell peppers. This would be the first time I've ever used it. You talked to me about these yellow bell peppers in the soup mix and how great it was. So we'll have the opportunity of doing that. Let's take, can we put some green? Let's put a green one on there.
Okay.
Okay? That way we can save our other trays for some other vegetables. This is all you do, and it's so easy. Drop the food in.
I take this with me when I go camping all the time.
Well, if you backpack, camp, you do any hunting or fishing, there's something, folks, that is absolutely sensational. Let me put this on the side over here. What's next?
Some zucchini?
I think, yes, let's do the zucchini. When I do the zucchini, I do a lot of zucchini because I do have a garden on my property here. I turn the dial to a nice thin slice. The key to successful food dehydration or drying your foods is to cut the food really nice and thin. I'll repeat. The key to successful drying of foods is slicing the foods nice and thin. I have some zucchini over here, and the dialymatic is absolutely perfect. You get even slices each and every time when you use your dialymatic. Now, remember that when you get down to the bottom here, I want you to use the safety guard. It's very, very important. While I'm doing this, Shannon, Can you put those on the tray?
Absolutely.
Just make one nice layer of it, okay?
What I use this for is when I go to the market and I buy too much squash because it's not very expensive. I usually buy 5 or 6, you know, big stalks like that.
It's always good when you're going to the supermarket to see what foods are on sale. You take advantage of those sale prices, and you can have inexpensive foods all year long when you buy them on sale and dry them. Oh, by the way, we have some dried squash over here. Of course, we're using this for our vegetable soup mix, but we have some squash that we did last night, and so I want you folks to see what it looks like when it's dry, if you're going to do it in large quantities. Comes out, put it in a Ziploc bag. It just works wonderful. It'll last for over a year in the Ziploc bag. Of course, if you have one of those devices that takes the air out, under those circumstances, it'll last for 2 or 3 years. It's a great item to have. Over here, we've got some mushrooms. And let me open up this package of mushrooms that we bought at the supermarket. And here's a product, ladies and gentlemen, that we just take the mushrooms and we just slice them. It's as simple as this. You don't have to be really a college graduate to be able to use this machine. Once the mushrooms are sliced, of course, on the top tray, because the top tray has the lid on it, you can put larger mushrooms, whole mushrooms in, and they will dry, but that only takes place on the top tray. The trays will not allow you in between to have any high rises, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Let's take these mushrooms and we'll just throw them on the machine here.
I like going to the store and I buy these mushrooms that only come in season once a year.
What kind of mushrooms are those?
The shiitake mushrooms. When I do Oriental cooking, and I dry them because they're so expensive, you can only get them once a year. So I dry them, put them in a little Ziploc bag, and I have them all year round.
Can you really tell the difference between the kind of mushrooms that we buy in the conventional supermarket versus shiitake mushrooms? Is there really a significant difference? Because I could always have a hard time telling the difference in how mushrooms taste. It seems that when they, in the restaurants, the gravy seemed to take over the whole flavor.
Oh, mine tastes so delicious and so fresh.
So you'll have to do it for me.
Terrific.
Simple enough for the mushrooms. Mushrooms, when they're dry, really shrivel up like this. They don't take up a lot of space. You know, if you have a motor home, if you have a small apartment, here's something, ladies and gentlemen, that you can put a lot of food away. We live in California here, and we're always plagued by the worry of earthquakes, disaster areas. This particular product is sensational for putting food away for your family. Once it's dry, put it away. All you need is boiling water, and you're going to end up with delicious soup. We want to finish this off. We have a few more vegetables that I want to talk about. We have some string beans. I think string beans are really the easiest. Clip off the ends, dump them right in like that, and
just love those.
It can't be easy. It can't be easier than what we're showing you here. Just dump them right in. They dry up. What do they look like when they're dry? We did this last night. And you have dried beans. Put this in soup. Put this in sauces.
I put that in a stew. And a great beef stew.
Phenomenal for beef stew.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely great for beef stew. Now on the top tray, we're going to do a little bit something different. We also have, and if you ordered the 7-tray machine, you got with it a herb screen. Now this herb screen, let me replace this tray over here. The herb screen prevents little things from falling through the tray. And on this top tray, and by the way, these herb screens are also available through the 800 number. If you didn't get a 7-tray, or if you did get a 7-tray and you like more herb screens, you can order them through the 800 number that appears on your screen.
What are we going to put on that?
We're going to put some peas and some carrots. Better yet, peas and corn. We've already got carrots in there.
And this is great because you can use the frozen stuff.
Well, we can, well, wait. Let's not use, we have fresh corn, so let's put fresh corn on there, but you can use frozen corn. I like to take the fresh corn off the cob, but if it's not available for you, you can we got some bird's eye peas and bird's eye corn here that dry up beautifully and will last you for a couple years just in a Ziploc bag.
You know how all this stuff gets freezer burned when it stays in the freezer too long?
Right.
And this is when you dry it, that doesn't happen.
Absolutely. You open up that bag,
Okay.
sprinkle those in there.
Got it.
While you're doing that, I'm going to take some of this fresh corn here, and I'm going to use my Dial-O-Matic food slicer, and we'll mix it together,
Okay.
and that'll finish off our soup mix over here.
Wow,
Look how
this is-
easy this works here. Takes
that's
that corn off the
great.
cob.
Ooh.
If you know someone that can't chew too well, this machine is absolutely outstanding, huh? Simple to use. These two are also available if you're thinking of a gift for someone and would like to get a food slicer.
Oh, look
that
at
too
that.
is also available through the 800 number. Just
Oh.
put that right on there.
That looks terrific.
And
This
that's-
is going to be the best soup mix we've ever made.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I can't wait that this will be dry. After 12 hours, we'll rotate those trays. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 trays here. And of
Lid.
course, there's a rotation of the trays twice before all the food will be dry. We'll take the bottom and rotate it. So every tray has an opportunity to be near the bottom during the drying process. Once it's dry, put it in a Ziploc bag. In fact, one of the things that we didn't put in here that I would like to put in here, and that's an 8th tray. We don't recommend putting 8 trays on the machine, but in lieu of one of the other vegetables, we're going to put some tomatoes.
Ooh.
And I do want to show you how to do your tomatoes. I'll use a knife this time.
How about we take off the zucchini?
Oh, if you want to take the zucchini out. I happen to like zucchini, but I'm not going to argue with you. Take out the zucchini, okay?
I like those sun-dried tomatoes that are so expensive in the store, so...
Sun-dried tomatoes are super expensive. All we do, folks, is slice the tomato nice and thin, okay? Don't dare put the whole tomato in. It'll take 2 years and 3 days to dry a whole tomato. But if you slice them like this,
Oops.
and we'll put this on a tray like so. I'll set it down here so the
Okay.
folks can see it. Just drop that tomato slice. It's just very, very simple. There's nothing to preparing the food with your Ronco electric food dehydrator.
You're going to take all those tomatoes that are on your vine out there?
Well, some of them I are. Some of them I are.
Oh, it's a great way if you have
I'll tell
tomato
you.
vines, because all of them come in at once.
That's the problem. If you have a garden, all the food comes off the vine at one time. It's all ripe. You got to find either freeze it or can it. We recommend drying it in the Ronco electric food dehydrator.
That's
Your
great.
Tomatoes are sliced. You put them on the machine. It'll dry. When it's dry, it looks something
Wow. Those are
like
great.
this. It's wonderful. Sauces, gravies. It's terrific. One more quick thing if I can. This is what your soup mix is going to look like with the mushrooms and the carrots and the peas and the corn. Just add boiling water. It's wonderful.
That tastes so much better than that Lipton stuff. Tastes so much better. Hey, Dad, you forgot to show them the corrugated blade.
You're right. But before I do that, I want to make sure that everybody remembers that they use the safety guard when in fact they're using the Dial-O-Matic food slicer.
Yeah.
Here I have an onion and we just push it across, and you can go down to the very end by using the safety guard. Now, as you said, the corrugated blade is absolutely sensational. And this is what the corrugated blade looks like. It's also available through the 800 number. It doesn't come with the package, but you can order it through the 800 number that you see on your screen. What you do is you take the slicing blade out and you replace it with the stainless steel corrugated blade. Now watch how this one works. This is absolutely sensational. I'll turn it to a thin slice and I'll push the first slicer and I get that nice rippled effect. Now on this side you see a little bar sticking up. If that bar fits in any of these grooves here, and I'm just going to set it on the groove there, watch what happens as I push the potato across. You get this beautiful rippled effect.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
The kids love that.
But something even better. If, in fact, you move the potato over to the right side, and this particular bar here fits in any one of these grooves, when you push it across, now look what happens.
Oh
you
my
get shoestring
gosh.
potatoes, shoestring carrots. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's terrific. That's a lot of fun, too.
Speaking of fun, if you take and put the potato in the middle, and all you do is turn it a half a turn, a quarter a turn, each and every time,
Wow.
now you get those delicious waffle potatoes. You fry those, they're absolutely delicious.
Really crunchy because of all the holes.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
Remember, the corrugated blade doesn't come with the machine, but if you want to order one, you can through the 800 number on your screen. And what we're going to show you now is herbs and spices and how simple it is to do herbs and spices. You know, folks, in the supermarket, you can go and you find these little bottles of dried parsley, dried onions, dried garlic, dried celery.
You know how expensive those little bottles are?
They're outrageously expensive.
Horrible.
Someone's making an awful lot of money. Let's show the folks how simple it is to dry herbs and spices. Let me clean off my kitchen a little bit over
I'm
here.
going to help you here.
Okay, great. I need a tray. You can dump that right in over
Okay.
there.
There we
And
go.
we'll put a tray right on here, and we'll show you how simple it is to do herbs and spices. Now, if you have
You know,
a
they
garden...
taste a lot better, too, when we do them.
Right, I think they do. If you have a garden, of course, you just get your herbs and spices right from your garden. Or you can buy the food in your supermarket. Now, for parsley, pretty simple. We'll take off the bottom over here, and all we'll do is just spread the parsley around. That's just one bunch of parsley, okay?
God, that's great.
Simple enough. You put that on the Ronco electric food dehydrator. I'll set that down right over here. And
Another tray? Let's do
yeah,
some more.
but first, you know, I'd like to show you what dried parsley looks like, and we did this last night. Your dried parsley looks like this. It'll last for a couple years in just a Ziploc bag. Isn't that wonderful?
Can I smell that?
Sure can. But I got some other herbs and spices that smell a heck of a lot better than parsley. Over here, we have some dill. And I went out to the supermarket yesterday, and I bought some dill. It's pretty simple. This is dried dill right here, but in preparing it, we just take our fresh dill. We'll take a couple of packages here.
I'll spread it around.
Right, just spread it around so you have a nice, even...
You know, it doesn't take very long for it to dry either.
Smell this.
Oh, wow.
I
Whew.
love dill on salmon, and I'll tell you, it adds such a great flavor to all your foods.
Especially seafoods.
That's it. Put it on the tray, put one tray on top of the next, and you're going to have the dill looks like this when it's dry. It only takes overnight to do your herbs and spices. Lasts you for a year or two in just a Ziploc bag. We have a couple other spices
You have
over
any
here.
tarragon? I like it. It's my
We've
favorite.
done rosemary. We've done thyme. All these are basically just get them while they're fresh in the supermarket or from your garden. Fresh basil, tarragon.
Love that.
You don't have to use all the trays now. You can just use 2 trays or just 1 tray overnight, and your food is done.
That's it.
Isn't that wonderful? And no more will you have to spend a small fortune for these dried onions, dried garlic, dried celery, dried parsley. Do it yourself overnight and save an awful lot of money. We're going to get into fruits. So many people buy our machine just for drying fruits. The first fruit I'm going to do is apples, and then we'll go on to bananas. I'm going to use my Dial-O-Matic food slicer in
What setting do you
slicing.
put it at?
I like it nice and thin. The thinner the better.
Makes them
I'll
nice and
take-
crunchy.
Yeah. Should we use red apples or green apples?
Oh, let's use red.
Red?
Red. You want to
Okay.
use green?
Well, I'll use some red and some
Okay.
green, okay?
All right.
All right.
Oh, you do that so good.
okay? And for me, I'll use some green ones. I've just learned something about my slicing of apples and drying apples with my Ronco electric food dehydrator.
What's that?
I'm going to surprise you here. I know I just showed it to you.
If it's what's in this bag, I'm excited.
It is. What I've done, now I've sliced my apples nice and thin. We're going to put these on the tray, but before we put them on the tray, in fact, let me tell you what I'm going to do first.
Okay.
We take these and we can dry them like this. Now, when you dry them like this, they're going to end up looking like my dried apple snacks. Now,
Can't find the dried apple snacks.
I can't find, all my dried apples are gone.
Maybe maybe someone ate them because they were
think
so
so?
good. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go right to what I've done. You can dry these like naturally themselves. Now, if you don't want these to turn brown, what you can do is buy a bottle of real lemon, mix that in a little water. In fact, why don't we just do that and show the folks how simple it is. We'll take just a real plain lemon juice. You can use fresh lemons as well. Dilute it with just a little water, okay?
And just a quick dip.
Yeah, dump a bunch of them in there all at one time there, okay?
And this will totally prevent them from turning brown.
Right, simple enough. I'll give you a tray over here.
Okay.
And just set them on the tray. Might as well do the whole tray.
Okay.
Okay, dump them
Do
all.
you mind? I don't like some of them. I don't like in lemon juice.
Well, I don't like.
I like them all natural.
I like them natural as well. But a lot of folks out there are concerned about dark colors, and to prevent the dark color on your bananas and on your apples, just soak them in a solution of lemon juice and water. Or you can buy a commercial product that's already in the marketplace that's called Everfresh. And we have that somewhere around the kitchen here. Oh, I see it right back over here. This is also available and will accomplish the same thing. The fun thing about drying apples, and remember one thing, when you're drying these, don't make this mistake. Make sure you have one layer.
One layer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay? Please, that's very, very important.
Yeah, I know it is.
The foods dry faster.
That's
That's
right.
it.
There we go.
That's
right there.
That's the way your tray should look when you put them in the Ronco electric food dehydrator, okay?
Yeah.
Now comes the fun part. I'm going to have to slice a little bit more apple here. Take a little green one since you're not watching me. Okay?
Okay.
I like them because they're nice and tart. Right down there. Okay, now, this is what someone told me about this. One of our customers was kind enough to tell us about this a couple of months ago. And I wasn't able to tell the folks about this in the TV commercial. They went out and bought some Jell-O, sugar-free Jell-O. And this is what...
It's much better for the kids with no sugar in it.
Absolutely. And what they did was, they put some of this right into a plate, like I'm doing over here, okay, and they just dipped it. You
That's
can
it.
do
I'm going to do that.
Okay. Just dip it on
Just-
both sides if you like. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, and just set it right on the tray.
That's
I'll
it.
give you another tray over here.
Okay. I'll just put that one there for now. I've got one.
You got one? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just put it over here. Sort of just like that. So that's it.
That's it.
That's it?
Now, if you're wondering what they look like, let's put some more on there.
Okay.
Let's see
Why
if
don't
we
you
can't
help me
do
finish this
quickly enough.
tray up?
Alrighty.
And you can use any flavor.
Any flavor. We have lemon and lime, and you can use cherry, but it is without sugar. And I'll tell you, these are absolutely
I don't know. I've been looking at them all day. I'm wanting to try one of these guys. There.
Let me grab a towel over here.
Okay. Oh. There we go. I think that about does it.
Don't forget, one layer.
One layer.
Okay?
There we go.
Now, when it's finished, this is what it looks like over here. We did these last night.
Wow.
They actually look like candied apples. And all that is with a touch of sugar-free Jell-O. They are absolutely, and your kids will love them. Next,
Look at
we're
them.
going
Look at all the different colors that we have.
We have some orange, lemon, and cherry. They're nice?
That's great.
Okay. let's get on with the banana chips because more people use it for banana chips than anything else. And so we should devote a little time showing the folks how simple it is to use it on bananas for banana chips. Now, you can use your Dial-O-Matic food slicer. This time I'm not going to use the Dial-O-Matic food slicer. I'm going to show the folks how to use the banana just by using a plain ordinary knife. We'll just peel the banana. You ready to put these on some trays here?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let me peel a couple bananas here.
There we go.
And then you can put them on the tray.
Okay.
Now, the key to making great banana chips. Do you know what the key?
Making them nice and thin.
Absolutely. If your banana chips don't come out crispy, the reason is that you cut the bananas too thick. And so, if you cut them nice and thin, and I'm going to cut them thin and show you how thin you can do this with a knife.
Even I can do them really thin with a knife.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's
Choose your
really
weapon.
easy.
You can have the big knife?
No, I'm going to take the smaller
Okay,
weapon.
while you're doing that,
Put that
I'm
there.
going to use this one over here.
I know you're going to finish a lot faster than me, but
Why?
because you're much more proficient with a knife than myself. And I'll hurt myself if I do it any faster than this.
Okay, you take your time.
But then again, you're the one that's wearing the Band-Aid.
How did you know that? Okay. Let me
Are
get
you all done with that one?
Well, I have this over here, and I really want to get these bananas on
Got
here.
it.
And all you do is just put one layer of bananas. You'll notice that I didn't dip it in the lemon solution because I happen to like my bananas natural color, which is a nice tinted brown.
Well, that way you don't want to use like the food coloring they use in those banana chips you buy in the store.
Well, I'll talk about that in just a second. While you're doing that and
There.
putting those on there, I did purchase some of these banana chips in the supermarket.
Oh, those
You know,
are horrible.
They're loaded
Oh.
with sugar. They're loaded with coconut oil. And your doctor will tell you, folks, how terrible coconut oil is for you. For cholesterol, people with high cholesterol, it's just ridiculous to leave. Just slice the banana. Don't use any additives or preservatives. Be like me. Slice them, put them on the tray, make one layer, put it on the machine. A day and a half later, you have the most delicious banana chips that you've ever had in your life. And if you so desire and you want to candy them a little bit, do what we did with the apples. Dip in a little sugar-free Jell-O. And you know, that's a treat that you'll really love.
This is
We're all finished?
probably my favorite snack
Okay.
that we make.
Remember? One
layer. I'm working on it.
Okay.
They're just a little sticky.
Okay. You got it.
But
Separate that over there.
there we go.
And
yeah, there's
we're
perfect.
finished.
There, that's
Okay,
it.
that's
Okay.
it.
Right on
It's
the
as simple
dehydrator.
as that. There is no muss, no fuss. Cut the food up nice and thin, put it on the tray, and you have it. Now let's go on to another fruit that I happen to like very, very much. That's oranges. And you can do this with orange, lemons, or limes. I prefer oranges because they're a lot sweeter than lemons and limes. And all I do is slice the orange, nice and thin. Now when these dry up, they taste like candy. They dry, and
You know what I do with
when
those?
I'm watching television is when I really enjoy these. Just slice that, put that on a tray if you will.
That.
Got a tray
I
over
got a
there?
tray.
Okay. And
At home, I put a teeny bit of honey and a little cinnamon on there, and when they dry, they're like candied oranges.
let's save the rest of the tray for something else over here. And I think we might do a little kiwi. Okay?
Yeah.
In doing kiwi, we'll just take the ends of the kiwi off like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just do a little fillet.
Oh, that's
Huh?
pretty good.
Isn't that nice?
You
know?
must be a fisherman.
Yes, I am a fisherman. You do remember the Popeil Pocket fisherman,
Yes, I
don't you?
do.
Okay, good. Slice your kiwi nice and thin, okay? And you're going to put this right on the tray the same way. And you have dry kiwi.
I want to see what that looks like when
Isn't that beautiful?
that's done.
Well, we have some over here that we did last night. And
Oh, wow. Oops.
they're dry and ready to eat. And they'll last
Wow.
a year in just a Ziploc bag. Isn't that wonderful? Over here, we have our dried oranges.
Wow, those look delicious.
I'll tell you, put it in front of the television set instead of eating all those that fast food stuff.
Potato chips and all that greasy
right.
stuff.
This is sensational food for snacking. Oranges, lemons, limes the same way. And again, you might want to try that sugar-free Jell-O. I know I'm plugging Jell-O, and Jell-O is not paying us any money to say that in this little film that we're doing. Strawberries. Boy, when strawberries are in season, you really want to take advantage of those great prices. Ladies and gentlemen, we've dried some strawberries over here.
Oh, wow, look at those.
Isn't that nice? Let me show you how we work with the strawberries, if I will. Let me take and clean off my little kitchen over here.
I think I'm gonna, do we need the lemon juice anymore?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We're finished with that. I just want to go right to the strawberries. I have them right here. And this is how simple it is to do strawberries. Don't forget to please wash all your vegetables and fruits before putting them in the machine, because we have no idea what kind of chemicals they put on them when they were grown. Slicing strawberries. All we do is slice them nice and thin.
That's the real key, slicing it all real thin.
Absolutely. Remember what I told you about the banana chips? If you don't slice the banana chips nice and thin, they won't come out crispy.
Right.
Okay? You can start putting those.
Yeah. I don't want to move in front of that knife of yours.
Don't worry. It cuts meat as well. Okay? Can we do a whole tray? Let's do a whole tray here, okay?
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't take a lot of time to do these things. Strawberries, when they're in season, are really inexpensive and they are delicious. You know, your Ronco electric food dehydrator is also a homemade yogurt maker.
And that's exactly what I put these dried strawberries in.
And the recipe book tells you how to make homemade yogurt. After your homemade yogurt is made, or if you buy store-bought yogurt, you take some of these dried strawberries and you throw that dried strawberries right on the top of yogurt or ice cream or cereal in the morning.
Oh.
Absolutely terrific.
Instead of buying those cereals that have that fruit in it that has all that chemicals and added sugar.
They do, but you know how great those cereals taste because those fruits are in there. They basically do the same thing, but they do add all those additives and preservatives in there. And you can create the same thing at home by just adding your dried fruit to your cereal.
I think maybe one more strawberry will do it.
One more strawberry?
That's it, one more.
Great. Let me give you a couple more slices here. Nice and thin.
But you could do all different berries.
Yes,
Blueberries and raspberries.
huckleberries, raspberries. Okay?
They're perfect. Okay, what are we going to do now?
Melons. Some of the fruits, we have so many requests and so many people are curious about watermelon. And we all saw Charlon in the TV commercial and how delicious.
That was her favorite.
That was her favorite.
Sweet.
Let's show the folks. Here we have just a small half of a seedless watermelon. And this is basically what we'll do.
Okay, let me get a tray.
Why don't you do that? What I'm going to do is take some of the peeling off, and this is how I do it in my kitchen.
You take some of that, take the rind off.
Yeah, the rind doesn't taste that good, let me tell you. Okay? It's not that tasty.
Does it have to be seedless?
No, it doesn't have to be seedless, but certainly no one likes eating seeds. The seeds do dry up and fall out. Most of them do anyway. And we'll trim this off here like you were trimming a little fat off a piece of meat.
Which we're going to do later, right?
Beef jerky and turkey jerky. We're going to show the folks how to do that as soon as we get finished with the fruit. Okay.
Okay.
So much for the cutting of the melon. What's the key for slicing?
Slicing nice and thin.
Nice and thin. Okay. This is going to be about a ½ inch thick. And we're just going to make our slices.
Wow.
Simple as this. There's no muss, there's no fuss in doing this. It's so darn easy, a child could do it. Okay?
There's no added sugar, nothing on this.
Nope. But then again, you know, we didn't try using
the Jell-O.
The
we
Jell-O,
could use the sugar-free Jell-O
right.
on there too.
That nice?
Oh, I bet that would be wonderful. Can I put this on there?
Yeah, let's put it on the trays, but let's show the folks how simple
there
it is.
we go.
Nice and thin is the key. All right? You can use another couple trays for the rest of them.
It is going to be incredible. How long does this take about?
That takes because of That has the highest water content of any fruit that I know of, and that should take about a day and a half to 2 days. And don't
Well
forget,
worth every minute of it.
oh yeah, we did some the day before yesterday,
Let's see.
and this is the way it comes out.
Oh my gosh.
It does shrink up, and the sugar is a lot more concentrated, the natural sugar inside, and and that lasts you an awful long time.
Yeah,
What a
that'd be
great
great
snack!
for kids' lunches.
Mm-hmm. Just put it in a Ziploc
I bet everyone
bag.
at school would.
What are you eating there?
Here you go.
Dried
Let me
watermelon.
have some. Let me
No.
have some.
Okay.
Okay.
So much for the watermelon. Let's go
that.
on to our next fruit. Let me clean off my kitchen here.
Okay. I'm going to take some more trays off to
All
get
right. While
ready.
you're doing that,
What are we going to do next?
I'm going to do pineapple.
Ooh.
That happens to be one of my favorites, and so let's do pineapple right now. Take
That's
my Hollandaise. That water is everywhere. Okay, now pineapple. How to cut the pineapple? A nice
I
gold
always
pineapple.
wanted to know how to cut a pineapple.
Well-
Never in my life have I ever cut a pineapple.
Watch.
Okay.
Your dad will show you. I take off the top. I take off the bottom. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll discard that.
Oh God, it smells good.
And we'll now just trim the pineapple. Simple as that.
Wow. It smells so good. You can almost like smell the natural sugar.
I'll tell you. Wonderful. Okay,
Slice nice and thin.
you got it.
Okay.
Okay. 1 slice, 2 slices, 3 slices, 4 slices, 5 slices, 6 slices. People didn't know that I knew
Wow.
how to count. Huh?
That too, huh?
Okay.
All right. I'm ready for this to be done already. This
Okay.
is so,
That's all
looks
you do.
so good.
It's as simple as that.
That's it.
Let's get another tray on there. 1 layer. Very simple.
I think we have an extra piece. We'll just,
Nope. I think we can
there we
right-
go.
we'll sneak
If I
it
was
right
going
in
to eat
there.
that
Now,
later.
That's fresh pineapple. When it's dry, it looks something like this.
Wow.
Isn't that nice? Now, if you didn't like that brown color, I told you earlier that you could use lemon juice and water. You can also use pineapple juice to prevent the color from turning
That
dark.
might be a little sweeter.
Uh-huh. And we're also going to have something available for our customers out there, something similar to the Everfresh that prevents the color change, that's flavored. They can call the toll-free number and find out more information about that later
Wow.
on.
Okay. Yeah.
That's dried pineapple, made from fresh pineapple. But what if you don't have fresh pineapple available, and you want to dry some for an emergency or,
Just for snacking on.
For snacking
Yeah.
on? Why not use
Canned
pineapple? It's pretty simple, okay? You know what to
I
do with
bet
it.
I could do this all without
think
you
you
even
could-
saying anything.
Okay, why
How's
don't
this?
you,
And how's this for being fast, for
Huh?
a fast snack for your kids or yourself if you go to work? Have some nice snacking foods.
Uh-huh.
I
You
think
need
that.
one more tray?
Yep, I need one more tray.
All
Actually,
right.
wait, I've got one left on the machine, and then that's gonna fill it up.
Okay, why don't you just do it like that? Simple enough?
That's it.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to it, boy.
Isn't
Kids
that
could
neat?
do this easily.
I'll tell you, there's so
There
many
we
great
go.
things you can do with this machine. All right?
that.
That goes on the machine.
Oh,
And if you're curious
Ooh.
what dried pineapple looks like out of the can, notice it shrinks up, and it is so sweet because it's concentrated. When you make something smaller, the sugar gets a great deal more
Right.
concentrated, and that's why dried foods taste so good.
And do you notice because of all the natural pineapple juice, it didn't turn brown?
Ah, right. Next thing, I'll put
That's
these
it.
away down
Okay.
here. Let's go to something I want to do over here for our viewing audience, and that's, let's do cantaloupes.
That's
Okay.
kind of unusual. That's
It is.
nice.
They too are absolutely delicious. And after we do the cantaloupes, and we're going to do this quite quickly, we'll do honeydew. When we did the watermelon, because of the high water content, don't use more than 2 trays when you're doing watermelon. And make a 2-tray machine. Don't insert it with a 5-tray or a 7-tray machine because it's just going to take too long and there's just too much water in it.
Get done a lot
Yeah,
faster.
you can use 3 if you rotate them and are not afraid to wait 2 or 3 days to have the food dried. But if you want to have dried watermelon in just a couple of days, don't use any more than 2 trays, and you can even use 1 if you like. Let me go on to the cantaloupe and watermelon, okay?
You know, I think I'm going to move this machine back, and we're going to start another machine.
Let me do the cantaloupe right now. I'm going to take off the peeling over here and show you how simple it is to dry cantaloupe. Now, you can do papaya, you can do mangoes. Simple enough, huh?
I'm going to put
This is so easy.
the cantaloupe on the trays here.
Okay. Let me trim off these little green guys here.
That would be great for a little breakfast snack.
Also served with cereals or on
Right.
yogurt or ice cream. They're a great taste treat. We'll slice it, and again, remember.
Nice and thin.
Remember, nice and thin, right.
You know, you can't even buy stuff like this at the store.
No.
Not
Isn't that
cantaloupe.
beautiful?
Oh, it's just
And,
wonderful. Hey,
Let me
it's
sneak
there.
up on your arm over there, and we'll do the
one layer, right?
1 layer, right. Okay.
Here we go. Actually, I need
Okay, we'll take off the end
another
over here.
tray.
And
God, that smells good. All this fruit smells so good when it
And we're
is.
ready for slicing nice and thin.
Put it on a single layer.
Right.
That's it.
That's it on that. Drop them on the tray.
Wow.
I'll get rid of this over here. I have my daughter working with me here. You can have your partner
Or
help
your
you if you
kids.
like.
Or their kids. Okie doke. Well, there we go. Got the lid on there,
Uh-huh.
and it's already starting.
Yeah. Isn't that nice? Don't forget to rotate the trays. A day and a half later, you'll have delicious dried cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon, papaya, mangoes. This is what dried cantaloupe looks like when it's dry in a Ziploc bag. We did this yesterday. And over here we have the dried honeydew. I happen to love mangoes. They're kind of expensive, though, and you don't get very much for your dollar, but if you have the occasion or have a mango tree, they all fall off at the same time. With our machine, you dry those mangoes, slice them thin in here, and I'll tell you, that's a treat that you'll never, never, never forget. You'll thank me 100 years for that. Okay, now,
All right.
let's get on.
Apricots?
Yeah, apricots. They're so darn expensive.
Yes,
Am
they
I right?
are. Absolutely.
You buy them in the store, they're so darn. You buy them when they're fresh and on sale, and you can make terrific dried apricots. And we have some fresh apricots over here. And if you have a tray, that we
I've
can-
got one, I think one more tray.
okay, let me help you with it
There you
over
go.
here.
Thanks.
What we'll do is just,
You know,
Well-
they don't have any of the sulfur that when you buy those in the store, they have all the sulfites.
sulfur dioxide, right.
It's
Uh-huh.
a lot of people are allergic to that, and they can't eat the sulfur. It makes them break out in rashes.
Well-
It does horrible things.
It's not necessary.
When you have our machine, you don't
No, it
have to do
isn't.
that.
Take the pits out, okay?
Do I put them this way or this way?
It doesn't make, I put them the other way.
The other way.
It doesn't make any difference. Do them the way I do it, okay? Simple enough. Now let's do a half a tray of these apricots here.
And then we'll fill it in.
Yeah, uh-huh. Okay,
That's it.
that's it. Okay. And
Perfect.
what am I going to put on the other half?
We're going to put some canned
Right,
apricots
because-
there's none on. This is my part.
Yeah. Not always are apricots available, and you can buy canned apricots as long as they're in half.
Got to make sure you take the pits out,
Yeah,
though.
take out the pits.
Can I have the other can?
I don't think we need it.
No?
I don't think we need it. I think if we just
You do.
spread these out over here.
I thought these were. There we go.
So you can use canned foods as well as fresh foods. They both dry similarly, and both can be stored in a Ziploc bag and last for an awful long time.
That's it. So when
When
you
those
don't-
are dry, by the way, and we did some of those, we'll give our,
Oh, wow.
isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's what they look like. They look like
Isn't that
candy.
beautiful? And there's no chemicals
No
in there.
additives, no preservatives.
No chemicals.
And you buy them at a fraction of what these cost. Buy them when they're on sale and they're plentiful, and you'll have the benefit of them for the whole year. Okay?
At $3 an hour, I can't afford those.
You got it. Well, you're going to have to work on that. Let's see. We've done the kiwi. We've done apricots, honeydew, watermelon, pineapple. We've shown the folks that. Have we left any fruits out here?
Grapes.
You know, one of the things I showed about the bananas before, yes, the grapes into raisins. I couldn't find the banana chip bag, but when we sliced those bananas and dried them, notice you can actually hear it, the crispiness.
Yeah, and there's no oil.
Because they're thin.
Right.
No coconut oil, nothing. You want to try one of those?
Yes, I do.
These are my favorite. That,
the
mangoes, and pineapple. Okay?
The best.
Aren't they
Just
really
the best, yeah.
Okay. Now, let's get on with the grapes into raisins. I have a bowl of grapes over here. Here again,
Can I have your towel?
it's my sponge towel is what it is. Okay. How simple it is it? Let's get rid of my seeds over there.
And can I have some trays?
We certainly we
Give me
have
one
some-
tray.
One tray? Mm-hmm. Here's two.
For the grapes.
Okay.
Okay.
After washing the grapes, and these are red seedless grapes, you can use green grapes, wine grapes, any kind of grape works. Just take the grape, and here we only do one tray at a time in our machine. And that's an awful lot of grapes going in there. And if you want delicious raisins, all you do is peel, after washing the grapes, peel the grapes off, throw them on the tray.
You know, sometimes you might want to take a little toothpick and poke a little hole
Or you can do that
in
with
the skin.
or
That
you can-
way,
it'll be
a
just
little
faster.
Right,
I
exactly.
I don't use a toothpick, I use a fork.
That's why you get 4 in 1 or 5 in 1.
That's right.
I guess that's why you're my father and I'm the daughter.
Well, that's a good reason.
A little smarter.
Okay.
All right.
I think you give me more credit than Stu. Really. Okay. Pretty simple, folks. Just throw them on there. When the tray is full, we'll make a one-tray machine. Make sure the vents are wide open on the top and wide open on the bottom. A day and a half later, I promise you, you will have the most delicious raisins.
They've never had raisins
like
this.
You can continue
Yeah.
that. The raisins that are sold in the store contain sulfur, some of them contain sulfur dioxide. Here's a major brand. They just don't taste as good. And you don't know how long they've been sitting on a shelf. These raisins, in a day and a half's time, are just going to be absolutely delicious. And I wish you could try it. I know how great they are.
We'll try it for you.
Huh?
We'll try it
Okay,
for you.
that's done. That's
Okay.
it. Isn't that nice?
That's
We'll
it.
take off those trays. We'll set this down here
I'm
like
gonna
this.
put these down.
And I just need the lid from that because I just want to make sure that,
Here we go.
and you have a one-tray machine there.
That's it.
And remember the watermelon, 1 or 2 trays, grapes into raisins, 1 tray. We do that because they really have a heavy water content. And it just takes too long to do 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 trays at one time.
And once you taste one of these, you won't want to wait.
Fruit roll-ups. My kids love fruit roll-ups. I know-
Even your older kids love fruit roll-ups.
Exactly.
Like
My
me.
9-year-old really can't get enough of them. Now, in the infomercial, we showed you how to line the tray with saran wrap, but
This is the easy way.
yes,
This is the real easy way.
we do have a fruit roll-up tray, and it's so darn easy. All you do is put it in, and it punches right down
That's
like that.
it.
Simple as that, right? Now, you can use and grind up some strawberries in your blender. You can add a little apple juice to it.
I
and
use a
that's
little
all.
applesauce.
Well, I wanted to save that.
Oh, okay.
You're
Sorry
on
about
page
that.
10,
Yeah.
I'm only on page 9.
Okay.
Okay? We'll just pour some of this around like this, and if you can just spread that around that fruit roll-up, one thin
There we
coating.
go.
It's so darn easy to make fruit roll-ups. Now, you all know that when you buy fruit roll-ups in a store, in this package here or in these little packages, they're darn expensive, and they're really loaded with chemicals. I ask you folks, please don't give your kids chemicals. Give them natural fruit. It's as simple as that. Grind it up in your blender, make a nice thin layer,
There we go.
and if you shake it a little bit just like that, you'll get a nice,
That's-
even coating. Let's go a little bit closer over here to the edge, okay? So you get a nice, perfect fruit roll-up. This takes about a day and a half. We use 2 trays when we're doing our fruit roll-ups.
There's one.
Right. Now, you can buy 3 of these fruit roll-ups trays through the 800 number. Prepare 3 of them, keep 1 in the refrigerator, and just do 2 at one time.
Well, that's a great idea, so you don't have to mess up the blender
Right.
again. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is what the fruit roll-up looks like when it's finished.
Wow.
Pull it out, curl it up, wrap it.
It's like 3
Cut it
times
up.
as big as what you buy in those packages.
Absolutely, and just for those lunches for the kids, it's absolutely great. You can do lemon. You know, in our new dehydration book, there are so many great recipes.
There's a lot for fruit leather in there. A lot of
So many
recipes.
different kinds of fruit recipes, fruit leather recipes in our new dehydration book. That too is also available through the 800 number. 2 trays. Don't forget to rotate them. If you don't want to go through the process of grinding up your strawberries or apricots or whatever the fruit may be,
That's when you use the apple.
that's when
Got
you use
it.
the applesauce. And Frank, we'll just do it
Yeah.
very, very quickly. Punch that
that's
down. Here we have a bottle of Mott's applesauce. We don't mind advertising for them.
Or any brand.
Or any brand for that matter.
There's my, wait, I think I can just do it with, no, not quite.
Well, let me rinse this off
Okay.
so we don't have the strawberry into the natural color. Okay?
Yep.
Spread it around so you have a nice even coat.
Did you put a little cinnamon on that?
You
And
can
make
if you like to.
Oh,
You're telling some of the recipes
Yeah.
that are in our new food dehydration book. Huh? Simple enough?
that was
fast?
fast. That was fast.
Put that on there.
That's
And that's how fast you can make fruit roll-ups in preparation. Don't forget, if you would like to order some of the fruit roll-up trays,
they're great.
there's an 800 number that'll appear on the screen. You can order it directly from the 800 number. Okay, flowers now.
Flowers,
Right.
potpourri.
Here I have a nice little vase of fresh flowers.
Those
And
are pretty.
Drying flowers is just as easy as drying all your vegetables, fruits, herbs, and spices.
Except you don't have to slice them thin.
Exactly. Here I have a little bunch of flowers right here.
Okay.
And all I will do is take and we'll cut the stem just like this.
Is that easy? Just
Just make one
That's
single
it.
tear of it. It's as simple as that.
that's it.
Okay? Spread them around. Get a nice even.
Oops.
Yeah, don't forget, you can break some of these branches here if
Right.
they're sticking together. Okay?
Yeah. Look at how beautiful the colors are.
Uh-huh. Make sure they're all on the tray here. All right. And we've got all that in there.
Right?
All right. Let's put that in the machine.
Okay.
Simple as that. Here we have a couple of these guys here. In fact, I should use a little of these. We can put these on in here.
You know, when you buy this stuff in the store, it's so expensive. They really...
Dry flowers
Yeah.
are outrageously expensive. Get yourself a little styrofoam and for a base, and
That's all you need.
that's basically all
That's
you need.
it.
Spread that around nice and thin. Good.
There. Then that
And
goes
melt
in.
on. Put that right on the top there.
Okay.
And a day later, a
Look
day and
at
a half
that.
later, dried flowers.
Wow.
Beautiful for all sorts of
Great for
ornaments.
gifts for people.
Oh yeah, centerpieces.
Great.
It's really nice. Another great thing is potpourri. Now we have a big piece of property here, and we have lots of
Oh,
bougainvillea.
I think I'll get
Can you bring a
this.
couple of those branches of bougainvillea over here?
This is
Yeah,
right.
bring it all over. Right.
This
and
is
I'll
right
help
from
you.
your house.
Right out of my garden. Right.
Ah.
Isn't that nice? All you do is peel these leaves off. That's all. Just throw them right in there.
How long will
Indeed.
this take to dry?
Oh, bougainvillea dries overnight. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that.
Boy, look at the colors.
And the colors hold. You can add a slight fragrance to it.
Like a little scented oil or something
Right.
like that?
And you know what you end up with? Potpourri.
Potpourri.
And you know how darn expensive potpourri is today?
$15, $20 for that little package.
That's right. Look at this here. Isn't that one?
Wow. Now this
Beautiful
actually,
colors.
the colors are prettier than what you buy in the store.
Oh, well, this color is one of my
Look at that.
favorite, and that's why I have it on my property. Isn't that nice?
That's it.
That's it.
Put that on there.
Overnight, and you'll have
Wow.
dried bougainvillea or a great potpourri if you add a little scent to it. That's all there is
That's
to
it.
drying your flowers and making your potpourri. Beef jerky. Did you know that hundreds of thousands of people have bought this machine just to do beef jerky? You know why? They go to the supermarket or their 7-Eleven or their gasoline station, and they end up spending a couple dollars for 1 ounce of beef jerky.
There's nothing in there.
That's
Little teeny pieces.
$32 a pound. Look at this. I'm going to cut this open right here. I got to show you folks what you get for $2. That's it. That's what you get for $2.
Oh my God, that's nothing.
That's nothing, right? I'm going to show you how to make beef jerky with this machine, turkey jerky as well, and you can do beef jerky for under or around just $3 a pound when you buy the meat on sale. We use a rump roast. Let me show you how to do that, and you can help me do it, okay? Let's do that right now. Beef jerky. How fast can you make great beef jerky? When we're making beef jerky, I buy a bottle of Kikkoman soy sauce. I use the light to keep the salt low.
Right, a little healthier.
Right, and we'll just put a little in here, okay? Don't forget, save the soy sauce after you're finished because...
you can use it over
you can use
and
it
over again.
until it's
Yeah,
all
that's a
gone.
good idea.
Now you can use a little liquid smoke in there to give it some nice flavor. I prefer using just a touch of...
little brown sugar.
Just a little brown
It kind of
sugar.
gives it that little sweet taste.
That's right.
It's really good.
Let's mix that little brew together here like this. It's as simple as this. Now, go to the butcher. Most supermarkets will slice the meat for you for nothing if you ask. We have some rump roast here, and all we do is
That's it. Just put it in there.
just soak it in there. Now, when the meat is sliced 1/8 of an inch thick or less, and that's important again, the meat has to be sliced nice
And thin, just like it. We've
just
been
like
talking
all
about
your
fruits.
vegetables and fruits, right. You soak this meat for about 5 minutes. And once that soy sauce and brown sugar or the soy sauce and liquid smoke or just plain soy sauce permeates the meat, you just put the meat on the trays.
Is that good?
Yep, we can do it
Yeah.
right now. Why don't you start getting those trays
Okay.
ready? Let me take this tray over here. I'll give you a towel so you can wipe your hands.
Great.
Not that you're not going to get your hands wet
Dirty
again.
now.
Yeah, you might as well do that again.
Yeah,
Here.
you know, I'm
Use
just going to use my
use
hands.
your
I like
hands.
getting into it.
Okay,
That's it.
just put it on the tray, one layer, okay? And you do that really quickly there.
Okay.
And I'll get your next tray ready.
All right.
Okay? You got that
This
one
is-
piece there that I want you to stretch out?
There.
That's
I'll
fine.
just use that guy right there.
Okay? And
Okay.
here's your second tray.
This is so easy. Telling you. Look
we
at
didn't
these.
let
Look
it-
at these pieces.
But we didn't let it set for 5 minutes. We want you folks out there to at least soak the meat for at least 5 minutes.
That way it gets
If you
in
want
the-
to do it longer, that's okay. But make sure it totally permeates the meat, and your beef jerky will be just outstanding. Here's another tray for you over here.
Okay. I think I'm going to put this piece on. We don't want to overlap it, right?
Right, no overlapping.
Okay. We're going to do.
Yeah, let's do some more in here. Okay?
Got to get into this, Dad.
Turkey jerky is absolutely sensational. Now, you can buy raw turkey in the supermarket and do the same thing. I first got involved with turkey jerky, but not with raw turkey. You can do raw turkey, but I use cooked turkey. During Thanksgiving, we had so much turkey left over.
A lot of turkey.
The breast in particular, I just sliced the breast, and I'm going to show you what we did here. I think the...
Should we do one more tray?
No, let's go right to the turkey jerky,
Okay.
okay? So I can show the folks how to do that. Let me take this piece of meat out over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to take, this is cooked turkey, and I'm going to soak it in that. Now, we're not going to soak it in, we're not going to soak it for 5 minutes. When you're using something that's cooked, like turkey, that's already cooked, it has to marinate for a much longer time. I would suggest 5 or 6 hours, or overnight. Once that solution permeates the turkey, even though it's cooked, it dries in about a day and a half's time, and I'll tell you, you can put that on the
Okay.
trays now. It's as simple as that. But remember, 5 or 6 hours or longer using cooked turkey. That solution of soy sauce and brown sugar, or soy sauce and liquid smoke, or spices, don't forget, you're going to spice this the way that you like it. And I'm also going to show you how to make inexpensive hamburger jerky. I'm going to do that right now.
Boy,
as
this
soon
is
as
gonna be
Shannon
great
gets
turkey
finished
jerky.
With that.
There.
Simple as that.
That's it.
Okay, now, when the beef jerky dries,
Look at that.
this is the way that it'll look. You can break it up in small pieces, put it in a Ziploc bag,
And that doesn't look anything like that stuff that we opened up.
at a fraction of what it cost you in the stores.
Wow.
Now let's get into making hamburger jerky and how easy, because hamburger is very, very inexpensive today. Let's do that.
Okay.
Now, hamburger jerky, I'm going to put the soy sauce aside over here because we use spices when we're doing our hamburger jerky. And by the way, these spices are available through the 800 number that that appear on the screen. We have different flavors. There's a cure and a flavor.
Makes it a little easier.
Here's that Ziploc bag of jerky.
You just throw that in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Or for
Backpacking,
camping.
Fishing, camping, backpacking.
Or just snacking for the kids.
Hiking.
You know, when kids buy this for their lunches
And you save an awful lot of money.
Yeah.
Let's put those trays on top of that over there. Okay, just get those trays out of the way.
Okay.
So I can do my hamburger. Okay. Let me get my hamburger over here.
Okay, how do we do
And
this?
on the bottom tray, by the way,
is the hamburger.
Yeah, I want to show the folks that.
Yeah. We'll just
And
put this.
where's my little towel? My
I've
towel.
got it.
You
Yeah,
got it.
I've got it.
Okay, let me wipe this off over here just a second here.
There, how's that?
My sponge towel. Okay. Now doing that, the spices that are available through the 800 number, different flavors, and the cure, we're just going to take
This really makes it easier. This
and
is all
we're-
done.
That's right. It's all ready to go. This will do about 4 pounds of meat. We'll blend these together, the curing and the flavoring.
Boy, that smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good and spicy.
We're not going to use all of this because we don't have 4 pounds of hamburger here. However, we're taking just a small portion of it, like that, okay? And now we'll just add a little water.
That's
about
good.
it. And I'll do this myself,
Okay.
okay? Blend it all together. And if you can get the tray ready, I'm going to show you
Okay.
how to make just delicious, delicious hamburger jerky.
But you can get the kids involved with this one, too.
It's really it's so inexpensive to do. It tastes so darn good, and of course, you save an awful lot of money.
You could use ground turkey, too, couldn't you?
And do the same preparation, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for people who don't eat red meat.
That's absolutely
be
correct.
perfect.
Now we'll make a little ball over here. Just roll it like this.
Can I have one?
Yeah, you can do one
Okay.
also. Huh?
Great.
A little ball. We'll
Okay.
just flatten it out. Okay.
Right?
And about 1/8 of an inch thick. And when it's 1/8 of an inch thick, we'll just take a little spatula here, and we'll just
That's it.
put it right on the tray. Okay?
You want to get mine?
I'll get yours as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoop.
Put it on there. Flatten it down just a wee bit more, so it's about 1/8 of an inch thick.
I'll do,
And you can do one more, and I'll do one more.
and that'll be,
Right. And Shannon, when you're using the spices and the cure, after you place it into the hamburger, it's a good idea to put that into the refrigerator for a few hours so that curing can go
right.
completely through all the meat. And don't forget, these spices and cures are available through the 800 number. It certainly makes it a lot simplified if you want to make great hamburger jerky.
Smells awful good.
It doesn't taste like hamburger, I'll tell you that. Isn't that nice? It looks like a hamburger.
Yeah, it
though.
does.
I wonder what happens if you fry that in a frying pan. Huh?
Get the buns.
Takes about 24 hours to a day and a half. You can do 5 trays of this. Don't forget to rotate the trays. And when you're finished, this is what it looks like before. This is what it looks like afterwards.
After.
Isn't that nice?
Wow. That's great.
Folks, this is the greatest machine for beef jerky. If you've never tried beef jerky, please try it. You'll find it to be extremely tasty, especially when it's homemade. In fact, anything that you do homemade always seems to taste better. We've showed you how to do a lot of different things here today, how to do vegetables for soup mixes, all your herbs and spices, all your fruits from apricots, pineapple, kiwi fruit, cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon. We showed you how to do the jerky.
The fruit roll-ups?
Fruit roll-ups. Don't forget, it's a wonderful machine for potpourri and for drying flowers. If you're thinking of a holiday gift for someone, please think of the Ronco electric food dehydrator. You can call the 800 number to purchase the fruit roll-up trays, the herb screens, the Dial-O-Matic food slicer if you want to buy one of those separately, the garnishing blade on the Dial-O-Matic to make all the curly Q,
Yeah,
or
that
the
was
waffle
fun.
French fries, the julienne
Right.
and the ripple potatoes. You can order another machine through that 800 number, please, use your machine, enjoy it. But don't forget, you know, when I devise products, invent them and market them, I try to come up with a product that makes a great gift for someone. And I try to find a product that a lot of people don't have in their kitchen. This Christmas, Father's Day, Mother's Day, keep the Ronco electric food dehydrator in mind if you're thinking of a gift for someone. 9 chances out of 9, they probably don't have a Ronco electric food dehydrator.
And would enjoy one a lot.
Makes a fabulous gift for the entire family. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to view this little home movie in my kitchen.
And I want to thank you. I've had a really great time.
I wish you all good health. Thank you very much.
You heard Ron tell us about products available through the 800 number on your screen. Here's a quick summary of the products mentioned. The book Dehydrated and Delicious, co-authored by Ron Popeil. It's the complete book on dehydrating meats, fruits, vegetables, flowers, herbs, and more. The best way to make fruit roll-ups is the easy way with fruit roll-up trays. They simply snap in and you get perfect fruit roll-ups every time. The herb screens are perfect for doing herbs and spices and smaller foods like frozen peas or diced onions. Of course, extra stacking trays are also available so you can expand your 5-tray to a 6 or 7 tray machine. And with the cure and seasonings available, you can make the world's best beef jerky, hamburger jerky, ground turkey jerky, the easy way. The corrugated blade for your Dial-O-Matic food slicing machine is truly amazing. It lets you do ripple cuts, shoestring cuts, waffle cuts, and more. Additional Dial-O-Matic food slicers are also available. It makes cutting nice and thin so easy, and they make great gifts. And speaking of great gifts, additional Ronco electric food dehydrators are also available at the 800 number on your screen. Please call us for order information, current prices, and special package discounts. We look forward to hearing from you soon.